Definitely going to be looking at them for a lot of setting the pace here on Bagel. One fun thing I just noticed is actually one of the players just unboxed a unusual just before the match.
They
Uh,
actually? Oh my
yeah,
god, they
unusual
did!
daring dull mercenary. I forget what effect as well, but yeah, that's a pretty sick unbox to get. So
That's
probably gonna set
awesome.
your morale a little bit higher. So guys, keep gambling,
It's a sign.
keep gambling. You will win eventually. I can promise you that. This is the Bong Gripper promise.
You know where you should gamble? On Fireside with your Twitch points when we put up the
Ayo.
prediction for who's gonna win this map. That's what I'm saying right now.
Yeah, I mean, we already have a bunch of people already in the server looking like they're ready to go. 6 in server for both teams. But before we do get going, I wanted to do a quick little plug. We still have a unusual giveaway going on. It's actually a new one. The last one ended yesterday. I don't remember exactly what the taunt is, but I know it is another unusual taunt. So feel free to hop into that and get your free submission going. Also, just clicking on the link helps you guys support us by letting Manco Store know that we love what they do for us and we can get some revenue and traction going for them. So even if you aren't going to be doing anything, just clicking on that link does help us out immensely. So highly recommend doing so. As well as that, we have our Fireside membership. That's got a bunch of different perks with it from, you get the VIP badge in the Twitch channel. You get some behind the scenes content, cut content, some guides on production and stuff like that, how to use software if you ever got really into, wanting to be like in the producing world yourself. Lots of info there. So hopefully you guys give it a look, and it also just helps support us directly, helps bring our players to land and gives us more of those cool interviews. Which also, if you haven't checked out the interviews on YouTube, go check those out. Those are really really good. CEO did a really good job with the interviews, I must say. So definitely go check those out on the YouTube. But yeah, I think we're just waiting for the ready up for both of these teams to get underway on Bagel.
Excited to see some more Bagel gameplay. I think a lot more teams are going to be incorporating Bagel into their map diet here just because it's something different. I don't know what maps are actually available to these players. I assume it's probably a mirror of whatever last season's like RGL pool was with some modifications. So maybe some clear cut is allowed in the map pool. I'm honestly not too sure. But I mean, I know we're gonna see a lot more 5 CP during the best of 3 stages, just because I think that's what these players are most familiar with, since COF is a little bit awkward to wrap your mind around when you're a new player.
But now we're going to wrap our mind around this COF match right now. Looking on the first mid, it's going to be Kamchatka getting a really nice kill onto Zoda really early as well. So very, very good aggressive play from him in the left house. Is going to give the rest of his team, Wheat Warriors, a lot more space to walk across point, and they do. MK going for a really deep dom on Speed's ship. Beefs that final rocket that would take down the medic, and the medic is limping away on such low HP, but in behind is Danger, running through the left house, finds Ghosty on the back end, so now Wheat Warriors look so good for them with that early pick, but not able to secure the med kill themselves, and then losing their med in the process. Now having to fully retreat and leave at point to be capped by the 6 offenders.
6 defenders there, doing a really good job at actually recognizing their ability to have some counter aggression. I do like that they tried to just bully them out as much as possible, getting a lot of damage spammed out through those lanes, which I think is something that a lot of players don't recognize they can do. But as we're saying this, it looks like the 4-man attempt is coming out. It's not too successful on the side of Kamchatka. He's not able to find those rockets onto the beam, and now the demo is going to get taken down with MK, caught in the left house. I don't think he's going to be able to find anything, but he is staying in, trying to commit for this. He's going to die for it, though. Zoda will clean him up, and that's a nice late spawner for the side of Wheat Warriors here. Unfortunately for them, gonna make it a little bit harder for them to bust out, but shouldn't be too hard. I think MK is spawning up here right now, so if they just decide they want to take this out concrete, they could definitely try and bust out here.
Yeah, and that's such a major thing as well with these 4-man attempts. If you're not doing it synchronized and going in 1-by-1, It's making these deaths so delayed, and they are choosing to use this Uber on top of left, taking an exchange right now. 2 players from the Warriors did run through the right house and trying to go up something of their own. Both of them are taken down in the process, and they're really not going to get anything off of this Uber exchange at all. I would have loved to see them get through a doorway that's a little bit safer, you know, try to conserve that Uber a little bit further when they can walk across point, but now in such a worse position, and Lappy is going to be focused down, you know, 3 players versus 6. It's going to be a really hard fought battle if you're trying to get anything. The bombs are coming out now for Wheat Warriors. They want to get something going and try to break this open to some degree, but soldier bombs kind of land flat, and both of them are going to have to retreat, get packs, get bows, and stuff like that. So this gives all of the time in the world for the 6 offenders to make their way onto point, fully buffed, and try to get this even Uber situation cooking as well.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for these Ubers to actually reach, you know, their potential. Right now, it is just a spam battle that's going to have to happen over the point. Uber is reaching 90 here for the side of 6 offenders, but the beam might be going down here. Speed reaches 6 health. He finds a small pack. 2 players die on the sides of Wheat Warrior, or sorry, on the side of Wheat Warriors, rather. Not singular. It's not a one-man army, but 2 players dying there. Not very good, especially when you want to have that opportunity to use into that. But very bad Uber coming out from the side of Wheat Warriors. It is able to get the Uber out from the side of 6 offenders, but somehow they don't lose any players just yet. Kamchaka finally going to go down. Pinker's looking very weak. Ooh, Ghosty dying in that post there is very
Speeder's
damning.
so low, he almost gets cleaned up by the side of MK. It actually does! The very last shot from Sosoy just runs across left side of point there, and it is able to clean that up. But here's the major thing as well. If you're using that Uber and trying to take an exchange and you don't have that point capped, there's really no chance of you being able to cap the point while the Uber is going on. So that still leaves the point in the hands of 6 offenders right now, and they have brought it down to 4 seconds right now, and are trying to just, you know, eke out any bit of last time that they can. But there is a little bit of ad now since Speedership did get cleaned up extremely late there in that fight. So Ghosty is at 40%, hopefully trying to beam up, but it's going to be on Wheat Warriors right now to have a very successful forward hold right now, and they need to be very dominant on this if they want to have a chance of bringing this time ad down.
Yeah, if they want any possibility of taking home this first round, they have to make some drastic changes to the way they've been playing. Namely, I think they need to be a little bit more willing to leave certain positions. But as we say, this is going to be MK trying to bomb in. He's going to land on top of the demo, not finding any picks though. Lots of damage, but can't convert any of it to kills, and I think that's kind of another thing that Wheat Warriors has to change. They've got to be willing to send more players in to convert that damage into kills, because their soldiers are nuking, but their scouts aren't really following up, and neither is really anyone else on their team. Granted, it could be a matter of positioning, I'm not too sure, but it's going to be MK trying to bomb forward onto Mr. Knuckles. Not really going to find anything. The Uber ad is now gone, so now it will be down to an exchange. Sosoy getting taken down onto the point here. The point flips. They're not getting any cap time. They're flashing all of their players that are on the point. It's just Lappy, and it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because it's going to be a nice nuke coming out from Baz, and Zoda going to be able to clean up one of those soldiers, I believe, and that's going to spell the first round over and going into the hands of 6 offenders.
Yeah, they're going for so many of these even Uber exchanges, and I think that they just really need to clean up what their mindset is going into it as well, because they're really only using once the point is either already gone or just using into the team that already has the point, and just losing so much time from it as well. And 6 offenders is really capitalizing on that fact as well. Now on this mid as well, there's a shove going on in the left house from Wheat Warriors' perspective. It's going to be Danger going in there, backing out himself, not able to do too much. Focus now is back on the right now with the demos. Scouts both on midpoint, also just spamming away right now. Lots of good damage from Pinkers right now. Maybe just get that unusual buff right now, but back in to get the left house, and with it unmonitored completely, it allows Danger and the flank scout from the side of 6 offenders to walk over in there and just bring so much space. So that's going to be the first cap going to 6 offenders and bossing pretty much everybody else. It might be Pinkers caught as well, who is going to be caught just leaving a little bit too late as the rest of the team is trying to back out a little bit beforehand. But now it means that they have so much space, and they're already postured forward to hold down these doorways very efficiently, might I add.
Yeah, that's something you've got to be more willing to do when you're playing something as important as Demo, especially on Bagel of all maps, given how tight and constrained it is. You've got to be more willing to back out there, and unfortunately we saw Pinkers get punished for staying in just a little too long, kind of in that half committed, half out
Nice
positioning
kill.
that you hate to see. But yeah, nice cleanup kill onto Sosoy
Gosh.
by Mr. Knuckles. A lot of spam coming in through the concrete here as Danger is able to find a free pick onto MK. The Uber does come across from the side of Wheat Warriors, and the counter pop comes from 6 defenders on the concrete of Wheat Warriors, actually, and the bomb onto Ghosty is there, stuck in the corner, unfortunately, so Danger going to be able to find that free extra rocket right onto their dome and take them down, insta-giving the beam. Now, Wheat Warriors is in a bit of a sticky situation here as they've lost about a 10 on the cap already, and they've got to back up, play on this Uber dis ad. Not enough to really warrant sending in a sack or, you know, trying to hard build like crazy to try and, you know, beat whatever the other team happening.
Yeah, but this is major as well. I mean, they are going for the 4-man attempt right now. The Met is building its spawn with the scout, but they are on crit streak right now, trying to just get this crits ad and probably use it out a little bit proactively. They've been more than willing to pop the Ubers first and stuff like that, so if they're able to actually do something, then it's going to be major. Really good bomb coming out of Speedership, and that's followed up by Kamchaka, who's going to follow up off the damage from MK starting off that fat bomb, so they do get the 4-man attempt up. They're going to be getting this crits as well. So now the crits is obtained. There's no medic even to pop back if they want to choose to take this slow. And rest of 6 defenders also not choosing to really forward hold close at all, just sort of choosing to back to their side of the point, wait for their medic to roll out, anything like that. We'll see if a scout goes back to ferry the medic out. Doesn't look like it as well, so it's going to take a while for a Speedership to actually make his way in anywhere. I'm looking for this crit zone. Here it is. It's coming up from Kamchaka. Kamchaka pops this huge, and he gets the medic as well early on with that Uber. No other kills coming from the Uber right now. There's a lot of red HP in the right house from the 6 defenders. It's going to be Mr. Knuckles limping away on such low HP, and Sosa Baby dropped very, very early on as well, so that's all you can really hope for with this sort of crits as well, and they're just going to be staying on it, I believe, unless the medic picks up the enemy team's Uber gun. Doesn't look like he is, though. Looks like they're just trying to stick on this crit streak right now. But still, this is ad that you can work with. There is the potential to actually push into the enemy team's lobby and get something done here with this crits and just try to push your advantage even further. So a great way to find themselves back in this round right now, but still so much time to work against.
Yeah, and I mean, staying on crits here, not that bad of an idea. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not necessarily a requirement to have picked up the other team's medigun. Would it be more of a safety net? Absolutely. But if you're confident in your ability to kind of bait them in and then abuse that crits use to your, you know, utmost ability, then it could definitely work out in your favor for you. And as we say that, that's going to be 2 players going down to a nice back crit flop from Pinkers. He's going to find 2 kills there. Now it's going to be Kamchaka finding 2 kills as well. Mr. Knuckles being the last man to fall. It is a successful 4-man, but how long will it be until the rest of their team decides they want to push out? Will they stagnate in lobby and give Wheat Warriors a little bit of time to, you know, consolidate and maybe, just maybe, get a soldier in position to bomb wherever they start walking out of?
Yeah, definitely. As well as that as well, they just need to play super, super far back on this point right now because they know that they're getting complete disad right now. Speedership did not go in with that 4-man attempt at all, so not popping out the Uber, but they do drop the demo extremely early on in that. They're going to get some nice kills around the Pinkers and MK. Ghosty focused on a little bit, but nothing really able to clean that up as well, so now giant crits out again, and the point still capped. Both of these teams are really willing to pop the Uber without trying to actually get themselves onto the point first, and I think it's going to be their downfall in the long run as well, because now Wheat Warriors, even though they've lost a lot of players during that, are going to be so you know, scared right now to actually get anything done, right? I mean, they're super, super far back on the point.
Yeah, they're playing very, very passive here. They don't want to take any unnecessary risk, especially while being down Sosoy. I think that's kind of a fear factor for him, but I don't think it really matters as that crits is going to get popped. No picks are coming out of it, though, just yet. Demo's deading his stickies a little bit too early, and I think we're at a pause here, unless this is just some crazy server lag.
I think it is a pause, yeah.
Interesting to see that this is where we're pausing at this point in the game. I'm not too sure, you know, what could be causing this pause, but whatever it is, it seems that it was necessary. Maybe a tech, if I had to guess, probably a player crashing, but also, I mean, look at the positioning that 6 Defenders is in right now. It's not looking good for them. I mean, there's the demo, I believe, still has one more crit sticky.
Yeah, that's a terrifying sticky actually to pause on for just our screen. I know it's not pausing there for them, but Yeah, that's still. So I just have my eyes glued to the screen right now. I really want to see what happens from this. Um, but man, I really think that this actually might be some sort of a tactical pause. I could really see either one of these teams is trying to pause and collect their bearings. Maybe some things are going on in the comms that they just really want to talk about and get ironed down right now, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. I mean, again, taking a look at the positioning of six defenders here, they don't quite have Uber, but as we say that, the game's going to unpause, so I don't think it really matters. That Uber is going to start coming out. It's at 95% in the hands of Speed, and now that Uber probably going to get used relatively soon. I predict right about now, most likely. Yes, it will. Look at that. It's going
Great
to use over
prediction.
top of the point. They're going to be catching a lot of players here. Sosoy actually going to get taken down, but Sosoy found a pick onto one of the players with a grenade? What is that kill feed telling me right
What
there?
the?
That's a bit awkward. I don't think my kill feed is exactly correct on that one. But it does look like Kamchatka is going to try and push out a little bit too far ahead of his team and a little bit too far separated. So going to end out poorly for me. He is going to get punished for trying to do something on his own. Can't do that with this little time left. You got to consolidate your forces and try and push out all together at the same time. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that the beam on blue is still using crits. So they're kind of committing to this aggro playstyle, but they need to bust out now and start getting some cap time, so it looks like that's what they're going to try and do. Soldier, it's going to be Kamchatka landing on top of the point, getting it about halfway cap, but he's the last man standing unless the medic can pull up and start doing something crazy, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any miracle arrows, and I think this is probably where we're going to see the pause come in,
Yeah.
because you had such a strong foothold there, so much time at, but you kind of bungled it and tossed it, away by having some very, very poor positioning that I think just needs to be looked over.
Yeah, definitely. And also just the way that they're using these Ubers as well is just not the most proactive and not the most time aware as well. So I'm really hoping they can clean that up as well. And maybe we're talking about what they need to do differently just in terms of that, because there's not really too much going on that's really blowing them wide open on these mids. Not a lot of the house aggression that's been really breaking this game open over and over. It's just losing in the details during these later parts of the round. But now on this mid right now, it's going to be Wheat Warriors making a lot of space early and making a lot of space for the soldier buffs as well. From Shotgun looking for that final rocket onto Speedership and is not able to find it as well. So that's going to be Speedership getting the pack in lower. Mr. Knuckles falling down as well. So 2 dead for 2 dead right now. It's going to be the demo dead as well. So a lot less spam for the side of 6 offenders right now. And they really just need to be mindful of their
Danger
own
landing
medic.
on Pinkers.
Ew, he almost tries to get something, but it's going to be really hard for him to live right now. He's so low, and he does get cleaned up from the side of Lap. He just chipping him away at those final 18 HP. So they do get the point cap extremely early from 6 offenders. So they will have this to, maybe try to start chipping down time if they can deny the point properly. Uber is going to be used out extremely early. Like I said before, they're using the super without the point being capped, so the time is still ticking down for some 6 offenders. So regardless of how this goes, it's still going to be a little bit better time in the margins right now. They do lose 3 actually on the side of Wheat Warriors right now, and without the point cap as well means that they really do not have any advantage to work off of. That time is still ticking away right now. Going to be the bomb out from Kamchatka right now, looking for anything that he can, trying to land on the demo. That is taken extremely low and is actually getting cleaned up. Kamchatka does the 180, it goes for him as well on the backside of things, so just a lot of damage, and that's Ghosty dead as well. I think another pause, perhaps?
Surely this one is like attack or something. I doubt they would take
Surely.
another. I doubt they take another attack pause here. I mean, so
Nobody has that
soon.
much to say in a pause. Come on now.
I mean, yeah. I I I don't know. I feel like it's a little too soon to be taking a second tack pause, just because, I mean, you still have time to figure out what you're doing and what you can change in the middle of this game. It's not like it's, down to the wire where you need to take a pause after you lose a huge fight to really discuss what is going on. So I'm thinking maybe player crash, maybe something that I just don't think attack really makes sense in this situation. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, this isn't where it's paused for us technically. I mean, it is 90 seconds in the future, so it could be something crazy that we'll see here in the next minute or so, that forces that pause out of either one of these teams. But as it sits right now, neither of them really need to take a crazy pause or anything. So time will really tell whenever these two teams decide it's time to unpause.
Yeah. Obviously not trying to take too long right now unless this was some sort of technical issue, but um, now still, this is such a dire area for
Mission
Wheat
ends in
Warriors now.
60
They've been
seconds.
really not prioritizing this cap over anything else and they're just trying to go for these fights. And one, they're not winning the fights, and two, they're just not prioritizing this point early on in these exchanges. And it's just led every single round for them to be so dire just in terms of the timer as well. So um, really hoping that we can get this figured out soon. If this was another pause, it wouldn't be actually a pause from Wheat Warriors. It'd actually be a pause from Six Defenders as
Mission
well.
ends in 30 seconds.
So I don't know really what's going to happen here just in terms of this as well, but we'll have to figure this out. There is insider information. It's probably going to be a technical issue. Thank you for letting us know in the chat. That's always appreciated. So we'll have to see how quickly that gets ironed out right now. But what are you thinking of this match so far?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. I'm not expecting it, or I wasn't expecting it rather, to go so heavy-handedly into favor of six defenders, or six offenders rather. I thought they were going to be a little bit more riding the struggle bus a little bit more while trying to fight for this map, just because this is where the best of the best teams have showed up. It's the top 8 teams out of the 20 that were in the group stages. So these are the teams that really know how to fight for these rounds. They know how to fight for this space control. They know how to fight for basically everything that matters. But I'm seeing a lot of issues with the way Wheat Warriors is playing right now, and I think namely their biggest problem, I think, is that they're playing more reactive than they are proactive.
Yeah,
Like you said earlier, they're not playing proactively enough, and I think they just need to have something spark in them where it gives them the motivation to kind of make more plays that try and take space or something, as opposed to letting six offenders kind of walk forward and expecting them to make a mistake that they can capitalize off of.
Yeah, definitely. And just slowing down is a really hard thing to do in the moment as well. I mean, there's a lot of adrenaline. You guys played so much TF2 yesterday. And also you're expecting to just play so much today as well. So it's very easy to get caught in the moment, right? And just not be thinking clearly as you want to be playing these situations exactly properly with the rest of your team. So you have to imagine that that is a factor for them as well.
Yeah, I do think we see a little bit of a repause there for a brief moment as everything moved by a slight 2 centimeters on my screen. So I think that does signal we're nearing the end of this here pause. If I do remember correctly, the time is about 15 seconds of ad in favor of Wheat Warriors. Now, I don't know what the plan for six offenders is here, but I'm sure that they're going to be taking a lot of space and trying to revert this cap so that they can't lose anything. And actually, I'm incorrect. The cap is not 15 seconds in favor. It's actually only like 5, and that's going to whittle down very quickly.
And we are on pause now, going back into it. It's going to be six offenders with this Uber ad to work with, about 50 ad actually, if not more. Trying to just hold their Uber, but that's a really deep dominant from MK looking for speedership, and everybody else is just botting for that medic as well. They get 1 kill in the the name of Zoda, but no medic to boot is going to mean that anybody else who's still in, sadly for Plinko, is going to be so delayed now, just in terms of spawn timers and all that too. So couldn't imagine more of a flat attempt, especially if you're not all willing to die at the same time. Even that one play that you did kill is going to be so major, but there is a crits up right now. They've done this before, and they want to see if it works for them. Trying to see what they can do right now. I'm imagining it's actually going to be on the soldier. Maybe the demo trying to go through left here and just pop it into their face. It could actually get a lot netted right here.
I mean, if you pop it a little early and you're able to hide behind this crate here, you could make something crazy happen. But they're eating everyone alive here. They're going to use Chaka. Chaka's going to be able to find 2 picks in response to Soso and Lappy dying, but it doesn't matter, as the entire team is going to wipe with Baz walking in and getting a crisp and clean 3K, mopping up all of that damage these soldiers on six offenders did. But they are going to lose 3 players of their own and the Uber to try and make that happen, and that is actually where the pause was. I'm not sure who paused it. It was a Wheat Warriors pause here. So
I think it was Blinkers actually that got disconnected, so they were probably just trying to make sure that that was back in place right now. It's
Yeah.
going to be another 4-man attempt, though. They have enough time barely to actually get this one out, but they have to go in quickly and all die at once, otherwise you guys are going to be stuck in spawn waiting for your players for so long. But they actually cap during the 4-man attempt? I'm not too sure about that, especially if the goal for you is to try to not die right now, because your medic is in spawn, and you're delaying your spawn timers just that much longer right now, so a little bit of a questionable play, even though it is put back. It's going to be a lot of players that are going to be, waiting in the spawn for a minute, and only 30 seconds remaining for 6 defenders.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's not looking great for the side of Wheat Warriors here, as they have to tick down a whole minute 40 seconds of time off of that clock, and they need to bust out here soon, because it looks like they're going to try and do off of concrete. Still running crit streak here, which I'm not sure is the play at this point. We need to just try and make something happen with stock Uber, and I think that's all she wrote, folks, because there's no way Wheat Warriors can spawn up in time and get to the point. So that will be 6 offenders beating Wheat Warriors in the round of 8 here, moving on into the finals next up, or actually the semifinals rather. This is 8 teams, so little mistake on my part, but
But yeah,
you get the idea.
This does punch the ticket for no matter what, that now 6 offenders is going to be able to get to the best of the 3 stage as well, which is not something to sleep on right now. Big advantage now, gives you a little bit more of an error room if you're playing on a map that's maybe not your favorite. You still have a few other maps to work with as well, so we'll have to see what that really transpires to be as well, but very quick match going out. I do want to take a look at these logs ASAP. I'll see if I can get them pulled up pretty quickly. Let me do my research here.
Quickly pull up logs.tf and see which one it is.
Yeah.
Gonna rifle through them and find out which log is which.
Let's see here. Oh man, it looks like actually Antlers beats us to it right now. So looking at the log right now, big soldier performance. Mr. Knuckles, 407 DPM, 19 kills, 6 deaths. That's completely nuclear. That's a Bagel log if you've ever seen it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Bagel just pumps up your DPM so much because you're constantly fighting, but he was also just farming in these forward holds and making it extremely hard for anybody to make it through that, that right side. So
Yeah.
definitely a big star performance from him as well as his soldier buddy Danger also having a great kill to death ratio as well. You can tell that they were just having a really easy time because they were just winning in a lot of these exchanges, and just so much better when you can play around a corner with your full beam on you and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely a highlight from them as well. 5 deaths only from Sosa Baby with 17 kills as well is not something to sneeze at as well. That's a very good scout log that you could only hope for. So big time for them as well. But yeah, overall very quick match, pretty handed. Some would say a stomp, but there were some moments there where Wheat Warriors did have a chance back. I think it was just them really not being willing to look for the point first before going for these exchanges that kind of spelled their downfall, right? There wasn't a lot of focus just on that point and trying to stop it or cap it back as well. And it's just so crucial on Bagel.
Yeah. And I think something else to point out that could be a leading factor into why Wheat Warriors lost as hard as they did is check out the med deaths here.
Yeah.
3 deaths for Speeder compared to Ghosty's 8. Dying 5 more times, is typically gonna spell the end for you no matter what. But dying that many times in crucial points, which is what we saw happen, getting caught on those stairs in Maine, getting caught in these post Ubers, is just not something you can let yourself walk into, especially when you're trying to, fight for your spot in the semifinals. But that said, they still did fight very well. I mean, they fought tooth and nail. They put everything up there, and they came out, swinging, which is something to commend them for. And of course, they made it to playoffs, which is not something you can say for a lot of teams, and that is an achievement in and of itself. So congratulations to Wheat Warriors for making it this far, and hopefully they'll have a much better success in their actual season.
Yeah, for sure. I hope a lot of these players also continue to play together. So, still big congrats to them for making to day 2. It really just shows that they have the prowess and what it takes as TF2 players. really hoping that we see a lot of these players in our upcoming NC cast as well, which is also the fun thing as well with me and you casting the NC is, um, it gives you a very good storyline to actually track these players through and saying like, oh yeah, I remember that guy won the Newbie Cup. It's always so cool to see when you see someone just start rising up the ranks in TF2.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to like look at all these people that played in the Newbie Cup, especially if they actually move up and play into the actual season. It's always a pleasure to look and see, hey man, this is someone who is the new generation. This is a well skilled player. They proved themselves in the Newbie Cup. Hopefully, they can prove themselves in the season as well. I mean, it's just it's heartwarming, really, to say the least. It makes me have hope for the future of RGL and just TF2 comp in general.
Yeah, for sure. Um, Oh man, I'm just really excited to see what they do. Six offenders in this bracket as well. They had a really good game on day one as well. So, 100%, big time from them as well. Uh, and I think we're just now going to be waiting for the rest of these matches to finish up right now. Before we do head off on to break, just one thing again, make sure you guys get into that that giveaway as well. Uh, we have that going for you guys and from our sponsor Manco Store. They have been so gracious with helping out with these prize pools in the past as well as this one currently. So we really appreciate all of the work that they do as well. If you guys needed a place to go buy and sell your items for some of the best prices out there, I think it still currently is the best deal on keys, and you can just trade out for cash as well for any of your items if you're looking to sell. So definitely give that link a click. Go check them out. And again, thank you, Manco Store, for the continual support of TF2 and Fireside Cast as well. And then also just make sure you guys check out our Patreon if you want that shiny little badge and some extra goodies, little content on there as well. Feel free to. And one last thing, I'm not done yet. You gotta let me spiel. It is September now. Starting today, all Twitch subs are going to be 25% off. So if you guys feel so kind and you want to get some sick emotes as well, you can support what we're doing here as well as Newbie Cups in the future, LAN coverage, and just sending some of our players to LAN. We really do appreciate all of it, and every single little bit of that does help as well. So highly consider doing that if you are able to. But I believe, unless there's anything else that I'm missing, we are going to be heading to a short break right now, just letting the rest of these matches finish up. So don't go anywhere, everybody, and we will see you back for the next best of three.